it spread outward in ever-increasing circles, institution by institution, because the move cuts directly across red lines that are not negotiable. This wasn't a diplomatic misunderstanding. It wasn't a messaging failure. It wasn't Israel misreading the room either, because the room had been arranged the same way for the last 34 years. Somaliland's lack of recognition wasn't an oversight. It was the product of a deliberate international position that says breakaway regions inside recognized states do not get legitimized unilaterally by third parties, especially not by states with no regional mandate, and especially not in Africa, where borders are treated as containment lines against endless internal fragmentation. Netanyahu didn't stumble into that rule, he stepped over it and wiped his feet while he was doing so. African states didn't respond because they suddenly discovered Somaliland. They responded because unilateral recognition of secession threatens every single state that contains internal fault lines, and most of them do. Arab states didn't respond because they've taken a sudden interest in Somali internal arrangements. They responded because Somalia is an Arab League member, and because endorsing fragmentation by fiat destroys their own claims to territorial integrity. Muslim-majority states didn't respond because they were looking for another reason to criticize Israel. They responded because this collided with a principle they rely on everywhere else. That's why the condemnation stacked up so quickly. African Union first, then regional bloc, Arab League, GCC, OIC, individual governments, each layer adding institutional weight. And once the AU and IGAD had spoken, there was no space left for quiet acceptance either. No African government can now follow Israel's lead without directly defying the organizations that exist to police borders and prevent exactly this kind of precedent.